Hello guys, this is me Richa and I'm here to talk about history of income tax. As you can see that I've already wrote 6 points on history of income tax and we are gonna go through it one by one. I'm going to explain each and every point and dates and why I have wrote all these things in blue colors. So I'll mention it. So if we talk about history of income tax, then we need to talk about some good examples. The number one example is Egypt, because Egypt is believed to be very ancient in terms of era. And obviously if we're talking about Egypt, then we are talking about 3000 BC to 300 BC, but I'm not going to get into dates because this is not an history class. So in ancient Egypt, the ruler pharaoh, who was considered the highest authority of the land, a god, instructed his chief minister, the wazir, to organize thousands of scribes to collect taxes from all citizens of kingdom. So in Egypt, basically pharaoh and wazir used to make policies with each other, and they used to send people to collect taxes. So Egypt was basically tax was not a new thing to Egypt. Then next is China. In China, 1200 BC to 1911 AD, this dynasty, Zin dynasty, we need to remember Zin dynasty because Zin dynasty was the first dynasty in Chinese culture who introduced taxes. Ancient Chinese taxation history is dominated by mainly agrarian economy, with here taxes levied by emperors that ruled during the 2000 years imperial period, from the Zin dynasty in 220 BC to the Xinhai Republication Revolution in 1911 AD. Then, if we talk about Greece, then ancient Greece relied on some sources of tax, and those sources included product manufacturing of olive oil, and leases on public-owned lands and mines, including toilets. Because Greek people were the one who basically introduced sewerage system and toilet system, and they used to make toilet for each class. For example, like for lower class, they used to have very bad toilets, and for high class people they used to have good toilets, and they used to take lease on those toilets, and they used to take taxes from the public for using public toilets. Then the next is Great Britain. We need to remember this particular year 1798 because this is going to make a big difference, because in 1798 the Great Britain was basically in the situation of war with France. And in Great Britain, income tax had its origin in 1798 in the financial necessity caused by the war with France. It has repealed in 1816 with the advent of peace for the next quarter of a country. The text remained as unused instrument till it was revived by Sir Robert Peel in 1842. So if you want to remember the name Robert Peel, you can, because Robert Peel is a big name for Britishers. And if we talk about USA, so 1895. Okay, as we all know that basically, as like we know that like Great Britain invaded our country, they also invaded USA in 1895. So the history of taxation in the United States began when it was composed of colonies ruled by the British Empire. At last, if we talk about India, then we are talking about pre 300 BC. In India, direct taxes have been levied in India for centuries. There are two literally great works, that is Manusmriti and Arthashastra, and these literature works basically gives us idea about that how king used to take advice from his sage and other Brahmins on matter of taxation. So as we know that taxation is not a very new concept, we are using it from a very long time, and this is all about history of income tax. I hope you like the video, and please share, subscribe and like my channel. And if you want more things to know about taxation and any other kind of law, please follow my channel. Thank you.